Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In case you're new here, my name is Lorena and I love to share my recipes with you. And if you've been here before, then hello again. Today I'm going to show you how to make Manjar Blanco, which is the Peruvian Dulce de Leche, and also how to make a mousse with it. All around Latin America we have different versions of this creamy caramel that we all love. In this one we mix condensed milk and evaporated milk until you get this thick caramel, but because it has the evaporated milk in it, it's quite clear in color. And then going from that to the mousse, it's just a matter of adding whipped cream. So I'll show you how to make that and I promise you'll love it. Of course, you can just make the Manjar Blanco and then use it on whatever you want because it's really amazing. Especially if you sandwich it between two sugar cookies. As always, if you want to see the full recipe, then all you need to do is click on the link in the description below and that will take you to the blog where you will find tons more recipes. I've also recently improved the format of the blog, so if you go over there you'll see that it's very simple, very easy to find stuff, and now you can even print the recipes to keep them at home. I'm now going over to make this Manjar Blanco mousse, so if you want to learn how to make it, then keep on watching this video. We started off by putting the evaporated milk and the condensed milk in a pan. I'd rather use a pan than a deep pot because then you increase the surface area that's in contact with the highest heat, and so you reduce the time that it takes to become a caramel. Once it starts to boil, you need to be really careful to stir constantly, especially scraping off the bottom and the sides so that it doesn't caramelize before the rest of the mix does. After 25 minutes you will notice that it has thickened quite a bit, and then all you need to do is wait for it to actually show quite a lot of the base of the pan, and then you know that it's ready. So now that it's nice, silky and smooth, then all we need to do is wait for it to cool down completely to room temperature before we can mix it with the whipped cream for the mousse. If you don't wait for it to cool down completely, then it will melt away the cream, and so you'll have a Manjar Blanco smoothie rather than a mousse. While that is cooling down, we're going to make a hazelnut praline. Pralines are really useful. They're great ways to decorate and complement any dessert, but also I actually really love them on salads. For this, the first thing that we do is a direct caramel. The easiest way to do this is to first spread a bit of sugar on the bottom of the pan. Once you see that that is starting to melt, then you put a bit of sugar on top. So every time that you see that it's starting to melt, then you put some more sugar on top. That way you can control exactly how it caramelizes. If at some point you think that it's going too dark, then you want to lower the temperature. At this point you want to avoid to put anything in it, so if you want to stir it around, then use the handle of the pan to do so. Once it's all melted and has a really nice color, then put your hazelnuts in, or you can even use pecans or almonds. Give it a quick mix and then it goes onto a silpat mat, or you could even use baking paper. Please be careful because this is really hot. After a couple of minutes, then you will see that it has become really hard and cooled down completely. At this point I wanted to separate the hazelnuts so that we had a nice decoration, and I also chopped some of them for a different texture, but you can choose either of them or both like me. Now that our Manjar Blanco is completely cooled down, then we're on to the whipped cream. Of course, we don't need any sugar for this because of how sweet the Manjar Blanco is. You just need to be sure that it's really cold so that it foams up nicely. Stop mixing when you see that it's quite nice and smooth, but don't overdo it because it will look like butter. Put the cream on another bowl and the Manjar Blanco on this one. We're going to smooth it out before we can actually mix it with some of the whipped cream. First mix it until you see that it has no visible lumps, and then add a bit of the whipped cream. About 1/3 will be fine. Add the rest of the whipped cream and fold it in. Be really careful not to knock the air out of the whipped cream. Then I put the mix inside piping bags and I filled up individual containers. Of course, you can also use one really big one and then serve from there. After that, they need to be at least 6 hours in the fridge to get the right texture. Right before you serve, you want to put the praline on top of your mousse. Don't put it on before going into the fridge because the caramel will melt with the humidity of the fridge. I also decorated it with some chocolate chips because why not? That was my Manjar Blanco mousse recipe. I really hope you liked it, it's super yummy. If you did like this video, then don't forget to put a thumbs up. Please send me a picture if you do make this recipe, I really love to see what you cook. Also, if there's anything that you want me to teach you how to make, whether it's savory or sweet, don't forget to leave a comment below. I'm posting videos every Thursday and Sunday, so if you don't want to miss any recipe, then I recommend that you subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Pinterest as Cravings Journal. Thank you so much for watching this video and see you next time.